forth, back and forth, and it just keeps getting worse and escalating.
Exactly.
I see. Okay, well, actually, I was going to go over a skill that helps with interpersonal effectiveness called the give technique with you today. And this actually fits perfectly with the situation with your mom. So, we are going to take a look at this worksheet. You're not going to be writing on it, so you just take a look at it. And that copy is yours to keep. It's going to be homework, but we're going to go over it now. So this is the Relationship Conflict Resolution Worksheet, and it uses the anagram GIVE, which stands for Gentle, Interest, Validate, and Easy Manner. So the worksheet explains what each of those mean, and it's supposed to help you improve your social and communication skills with others. So why don't you take a look at it, read it over, and then do you think you could try and explain to me what give means in your own words?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, great. Take your time, read it over, whenever you're ready.
Okay, so I have to be gentle because I don't want to come off as defensive, and people are like more likely to respond to me as gentle and like talk to me, I guess.
Right, that's great.
Interests. I guess I just need to make sure like that I'm showing that I'm engaged in what other people are saying and that like I'm listening to them, but like showing them that I'm listening to them.
Great. Next.
Validate. Cause like the person needs to feel like I understand and empathize with them. Empathize with them.
Right, exactly. Excellent. And easy manner?
I guess just like I need to check my body language because like I tend to like sit not facing the person or like not doing eye contact, and like my tone can come off as like intimidating if I'm all, like hunched over and like fidgeting and like avoiding eye contact and direct communication and like my voice sounds like mean, I guess.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so there you go. You can take that home with you, and what you're going to do is fill it out, how you can display all of those, and you'll just bring it in for our next session, okay?
Okay.
And you'll be able to keep it afterwards, after we go over it, and just try to incorporate it into your everyday life. Is that something you think you could probably do?
Yeah, I can probably try that.
Okay, great. So, the next thing I wanted to discuss, I know it was about a month ago where you had that incident where you took a bunch of pills. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, let's talk a little bit about that. I want to figure out with you what variables led up to where you felt whatever it was you were feeling hard enough that you ended up taking a bunch of pills. So we are going to do this worksheet. There you go. It is called a behavioral chain analysis, and so this is what the chain actually looks like right there.
Mm-hmm.
We're just going to talk it out, but this is what it looks like. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Good? Okay. Okay, so what we have to do first is identify the problem behavior, and we're just going to use this one instance of taking a bunch of pills, okay?
Okay.
Okay. And you can do this with any activity, or any situation, but we're just going to use this one. So next we're going to identify the controlling variables, which are the precipitating events and the vulnerability factors. Do you know what precipitating events are?
Not at all.
Okay, that's okay. So precipitating events are the immediate events that began the chain that led to the problem behavior, or in this case, led you to taking the pills. And there can be multiple or just one event. So what happened right before you made the decision to go into your bathroom, lock the door, and take a bunch of pills?
What happened? I guess I saw my ex-boyfriend kissing another girl.
Okay, so you saw him kissing another girl, then you went home and took the pills.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I mentioned vulnerability factors before. So vulnerability factors create a context where the precipitating event has a lot more influence than it usually would. Does that make sense? Do you know an example of one in regards to your scenario, maybe?
So, like, a reason why it would be harder for me than it normally would?
Exactly. Yes, that's exactly
I guess just, like, lack of sleep or something.
Exactly. Lack of sleep the night before would just really heighten your reaction to seeing this and give the event even more power. So, was that the case in your situation? Was it lack of sleep or something else or a combination?
Well, yeah, I guess, because, like, I only got, like, 4 hours of sleep the night before, I remember. Okay. But I guess, like, also, too, it could be because I was, like, super hungover because my friend and I got really drunk that night.
Okay, exactly. So being tired and hungover will automatically make you more grumpier and more irritable. And because of these things, now seeing your ex-boyfriend kissing another girl, it'll have that much more power.
Yeah, I probably would have been, like, upset regardless. Mm-hmm. But, like, I remember, like, already having a bad day because I was, like, hungover, exhausted because I only got 4 hours of sleep, and it's just like I wasn't feeling good already.
Right, exactly. So next we're going to identify the links between the precipitating event and the problem behavior. So the links between seeing your ex-boyfriend kissing another girl to ending up taking the pills, okay? So these would be just your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions that led to you taking the pills. So, thinking back, what were you thinking right after you saw them kissing?
It just, like, made me sad because it made me realize how much I missed him. Mm-hmm. And I was, like, thinking that no one else would ever love me like he did ever again, you know?
Mm-hmm. Of course, yeah. Okay. Anything else?
I don't know. I guess, like, I thought about how pretty that girl was that he was kissing, and I was just like, well, no wonder he dumped me. I'm ugly compared to her. So then I was like, I really screwed things up with him. Like, I shouldn't have, like, screwed things up with him, and I'm just going to be alone forever.
Mm-hmm. And, okay, how was your body reacting to all of these thoughts?
I mean, like, my heart was pounding and, like, loud. Like, I remember, like, feeling it in my ears, and there was this, like, giant pit in my stomach because I was so upset.
Right, okay. So what did you do next after you saw them kissing and were thinking all of these things?
I just, like, ran home, which was, like, 9 blocks.
Wow.
Which is big because I don't run.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And what were you thinking while you were running home?
Just, like, how could I have been so stupid? Like, I'm such a stupid person. This isn't worth it. Life isn't worth it. I just, like, couldn't take it anymore.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then what happened?
That's when I got home and locked myself in the bathroom with the pills.
And you took the pills?
Yep.
Okay, how did you feel right after you took the pills? Right, immediately after?
Like, relief. Like, I finally couldn't feel the pain anymore.
Okay, and what about later on that day? After your mom found you and you were taken to the hospital, how did you feel?
Guilty. I felt a lot of shame. I felt really bad for my mom and my brother because they're both crying a lot and they were super upset, and, like, I know I scared them, and I just felt super guilty.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I also just, like, felt crappy in general. Like, I felt tired and, like, more sad than I was before. Like,
right. Okay, so it sounds like the immediate consequences of your actions were good. You know, you felt relieved. But then the long-term consequences, you ended up feeling worse than before. Does that sound about right?
That pretty much sums it up.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now let's think of what would have been some alternative responses to watching your ex-boyfriend kissing another girl. Just thoughts or actions that might have helped lead you away from the problem behavior to a more healthy behavior.
I guess, like, I could have done one of those mindfulness exercises that we do in here. Or I just, like, could have called my friend and, like, talked with her or hung out with her or something.
Yes, exactly. That is great.
Or, like, I also could have tried to use that, like, opposite action technique. Is that right?
Yeah.
It was, like, and just, like, told myself that him kissing another girl wasn't the end of the world, you know? Like, that I'm just as pretty as that girl, and that I would eventually find someone who makes me happy and who I make happy, so we can get married and have babies and live happily ever after.
Exactly, that is great. And just remember too, I am available to you 24/7 if you need help for some skills coaching, okay?
Yeah.
So if you were feeling all of those emotions and couldn't think of a skill to use to calm yourself down and help regulate those emotions, that is when you would call or text me. Okay?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, well, that is actually all the time we have for today, but you did great work, and I will see you in group therapy on Wednesday.
All right, see you then.
Okay,
Thanks.
thank you. Bye.
Bye. It got a lot better as it went on.
Phew.
It started off super giggly. I was like, oh shit,
God,
this is so
I know.
much. I like couldn't handle it when I had to say the business part. I forget what the line was. All of my business. I was like, it was so hard to be all my business. Oh shit.